Hello, welcome to AQS Inmate Call. I'm your host, Joel Wilborn. And on the line, we have a man who went through quite a bit of issues, just like the rest of us in the world. But the difference is he was willing to write it down in a book and share his story. But the book is just the beginning. Afterwards, he runs into an incredible legal battle, which for the normal, average individual would be devastating. And nobody would blame anybody, especially him, for just giving up. So we're going to give you some background on him, just to give you an idea that not everybody that you read about has this super spectacular life. A lot of them behind the scenes, there's a lot of trauma and a lot of issues that could break a strong person. And we need encouragement. We need a way to build our strength back up. And I think this story is going to help you. So, hello, will you
Oh,
give us your name?
hello, William Bailey.
And you're the author of a book. What's the name of that book?
Yes, it's called The Rose Man, Folding Kindness from a Broken Life.
Now, what was it that motivated you to write this book and share it with the public?
Well, a recent legal thing kind of put me in a position where all I was doing was putting down my thoughts, and it just eventually turned out I needed to share it with everybody. I mean, everything that I went through and going through, I needed to give some kind of motivation or encouragement like I received when I was sitting in jail, and that's kind of how it came about.
Okay, now that's the interesting thing here. I usually deal with people who are incarcerated. Now, you did mention that you were sitting in jail.
Yes.
So, you're born into this world. You're living this life. I'm sure you have dreams that you wanted to go through, get your education, get out, get a nice high paying job, start a family. What was it that happened? What event in your life led to this downfall that put you in jail?
Well, it was my addiction to alcohol. And my addiction to alcohol kind of came at a younger age to try to be able to function around people, actually. um, I, I had some traumatic things happen when I was a kid where my stepmother used a belt on me and got me 15 times in the back of my ankle and left warts and stuff. But it uh, around when I was kind of recovering from that, we got our family got robbed at gunpoint, and and then a little bit at gunpoint, and we were placed on our knees in the garage, and I remember my dad's girlfriend saying, "If they shoot us, lay our dead body over us or over yourself and pretend that you're dead." So a little bit after that, we had the SWAT team come in, and it created this thing where whenever I was around other people, I froze up. I would get these little dots on my hand, these sweat dots, and then I would sweat, and I was extremely nervous to be around anybody, and I witnessed my friends and stuff smoking weed and drinking, and I decided that um, that might help cope with escaping and giving confidence and being able to just function, I guess, function at school, function in everyday life.
Do you think by turning to those drugs, do you think that did make a difference in your life?
Um, at first, it gave the illusion it did. Uh, it definitely made the world disappear for a little while, but
Now, as you're going through this, and you're a young man, you got involved into the drugs, and for a moment, it was taking away the pain, which is something we hear a lot from people who are addicted. It gives them some kind of relief from the real issues of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you did eventually quit the drugs. What happened in your life that turned you away from this temporary bandage on your life?
Well, eventually it led me to, I was on bail from an incident that happened in Washington, and I was in Oregon, and I had gotten arrested, and this would affect my bail, and I would be basically in jail, and without the ability to fight my case outside of jail. And I was just looking at this, and I was going, God, please let me out of jail, and I'll never drink again. And I got out. A few hours later, they didn't. No charges were filed. Nothing. I mean, it was like it didn't even happen. And I immediately went to drinking, and ended up with my stepbrother, and we were at a motel at the time. We had a motel and then a house that we were renting, and we were switching from the two after this incident happened. And my sister, because they were having an argument, and my sister shows up and wants to talk to me, and I tell the security guard, I don't want to talk to her, just tell her to leave me alone. And the security guard comes back up and says, hey, well, your sister wrecked your car, she really wants to talk to you. And I'm like, she was driving my car at the time. I hadn't got my license yet. It was my motivation to get my license. My dad bought me this car. And so I went down there, I see my car wrecked, I see my sister, and I immediately go, and I look up and I go, God, you're right. I'm sorry. And I haven't drank since that day, because this was my warning. If I didn't stop, this would be my life. It would just continue down this road. And he kept his promise, and now I have to keep mine.
Now, do you feel that if you hadn't of quit the alcohol, you think more incidences like that would have happened to you?
Yes, I believe it would. I was a 300-pound alcoholic that they gave me anti-abuse, and I still kept drinking. I was just overweight. I had incident where every morning I had the shakes. I had withdrawals, which I didn't actually know at the time that they were withdrawals from drinking. I just thought it was sick or something. I didn't realize. And I would throw up my insides, my bile, and I would have to take a shot, go puke, take another shot before I felt halfway normal for the day. And I believe it would have killed me if I would have kept going.
Now, after your sister showed up with your wrecked car and you recommitted your life to get away from the alcohol and that rough way of life,
Yeah.
did you notice any change, any major change in your life that made you feel that it was worth it to stay away from the alcohol?
Yeah, I actually lost 30 pounds in the first month of not drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to walk further. Like, I had this park that I like to go to. I was able to actually go to it and not like just completely exhaust myself. I just felt alive, like.
So would you say your health got better and your outlook on life got better? And
Oh yeah,
okay,
oh yeah, definitely.
and were you motivated? Did you get a little more strength to fight the urges?
Yes. I felt more motivated because I mean, the weight was coming off. I could function throughout the day without needing that, and it made the days more enjoyable because I could remember the previous day. I had problems. Sometimes I wouldn't remember, and it created a more enjoyable life for myself that I didn't even realize I wasn't enjoying. I thought I was because of the alcohol. I guess I was under the illusion that everything was fun and I was enjoying myself, but I really wasn't. And that the the time that I started to stop, it just became realization that I wasn't enjoying the way I was living at all.
I know when I talk to people, and you might agree with this too, if they were given the chance to go back into their life, an earlier part in their life and change it, a lot of people would say no, they wouldn't, because they wouldn't be the person that they are today. Would you say that this incident that you went through, this terrible dark side of your life, would you say that you are a better person now, or do you feel that you're still a work in progress?
Well, I mean, I guess you could say a little bit of both, because I definitely wouldn't trade it. Just like they would say, I am a way better person than I could ever have imagined because of the difficulties. And I feel my story can help other people with that. And that's what I want. And none of us are ever going to be perfect. We're all going to be growing and um, fixing ourselves. And so I just, yeah, I definitely would not trade it for anything. I did not enjoy it at all, but I know it was for a purpose, and it was for me to have a voice for someone else that could be struggling. That's how I feel, and that just makes me feel I'm immensely grateful um, for the trust to go through it.
No, that's completely understandable. You feel free to just let this go. Now, when you wrote this book, I'm sure you weren't thinking, I just want to make a whole bunch of money and I don't care what people think, just as long as they buy the book. But you must have had an audience in mind. Are there some people that could be listening to this podcast now that said, why should I buy that book? Why should I be interested in his story at all? Is there something you want this book to touch in their heart?
Yes. When I first got convicted of my incident, I sat in jail and I said, God, what now? And I read this book, and I wish I could remember the book. It said in the book, it was a godly book, it said, let the sentence serve you, don't serve the sentence. And that gave me an immense way to look at just life. Don't let the sentence of life imprison you. Let it serve you. And that's what I want. I want it to go to those people in the recovery centers and the jails, and I want that hope to be given to them as it was given to me. I don't care about the money. I care about the impact. That's what I want, because I want someone to be sitting there where I was without any hope, and to see that and go, that's my hope. That's my strength. That's what I want. And yeah,
I think this book is going to have the impact that you're hoping it has. I think people are going to read it and they're going to relate to it.
hopeful.
Now, the book is doing well. It's gotten some really good reviews. And you also have social media account that you want to share your story on as well, and that people can comment on too.
I've actually won an award for memoir and personal transformation. I got a finalist for health and recovery transformation. I'm in the running for author of the year also. And So there's definitely some momentum behind it right now. And I just published a thing March 21st, self-published. So it's, um, yeah, I made a TikTok. The TikTok seems to be my QR code to vote for the author of the year has 2.1 million views on it. I have another video that talks about my rose in my book, and that is almost 2 million views. My account seems to be at almost, it's 4.5 or 4 point, it's almost 5 million views on my total video views for everything in the last 60 days, which I am still blown away. I'm just, wow.
Yeah, you're touching a lot of people. That there's no other way to explain it. Now, where can people find your book?
Oh, there are many places. I have it at Barnes and Noble, Amazon. Look at the other names. There's a few other names. Apple Store, Smashbook. I'm drawing a blank in all the other places, but it's worldwide. I'm in 27 other countries, I think. But yeah, Amazon right now, Apple, and then Barnes and Noble. And actually, if you buy the book from Barnes and Noble, you can have it donated to somebody, or you could send it to somebody in jail. And I actually was able to do that with somebody that went to Clark County, and I got their ID and was able to send the book into the very jail that the book kind of was created. And I just felt so like a full circle moment. It was just, it was such an amazing feeling. And, that type of feeling, money can't buy that type of feeling. That is just the place that normally kind of crushes people or puts people on a certain path. It just created this book, and it just, that happiness right there is undescribable.
Now, what social media outlets are you on? Do you have a Facebook page, or are you on TikTok?
I have the TikTok, the Roseman 222, and then my Facebook, William Bailey, and I have an Instagram where I've taken pictures over the years. Wilbur the Roseman. Kind of, my dad used to call me Wilbur, and I don't know. I made it a while ago. My daughter kept pushing me to share my pictures, and then the TikTok, my daughter kept pushing me to make a TikTok, and I did it. And the 222, I was born July 22nd at 2:22 in the morning, so the 222 just kind of follows me. So.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, I do encourage people to get your full story through the book and through social media. I would say doing an internet search of your name should pull up quite a few resources that will give them some connection to who you are and what you have to offer.
Yes.
Now, before we go, is there something you want to tell the audience about your book and about your experiences that would help influence their decision?
Ooh, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I guess I would just go off of, if you like underdog stories, this would be it. If you like, people who don't quit, this would be it. The world definitely gave me, and gives all of us reasons to quit every day. And this is just a reminder that, you put one foot in front of the other, and life opens up, and in miraculous ways. It's definitely not easy. It's not going to get easier. I mean, it does get easier, but life will throw more things at you, and you get stronger along the way. And I guess that's the biggest point. You'll get stronger through the trials, and you'll eventually look back, as I did, and realize they were blessings in disguise. I hope that helped. I drew a blank, so.
Yeah, but just you gave it a moment and it came to you, and that's good. That's what we want.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be real. I ain't trying to tell anyone something generic or like computerized, or it's just from the heart. This is who I am. This is a story I think you'll like, and I want it to motivate you, and I want it to impact you.
Okay. Now let's give them a disclaimer too. You're not a psychologist or a sociologist or any medical professional. You're just a everyday, ordinary person sharing your life experience. Correct?
Exactly. That is correct.
Okay, that's good. So I think a lot of parents would feel comfortable sharing this with their children, especially the rambunctious teenagers that think they can get through anything and everything.
Mm.
And a good takeaway is that when you're down, you get back up. There's no other way around it.
No.
All right. Well, I appreciate you discussing this book and giving us a background. Now, hopefully, we can get back together with you and talk about the part two, part that you don't discuss in your book. That's given you all the experiences that you've learned. You're able to put it together and to fight these little oppositions that you're getting from the legal system. So, can you give us a little overview of what you are currently going through right now with the legal system?
Ooh, yes, and it's a false arrest, civil rights violation, attorney leaving in the middle, and a judge being under CJC investigation.
Now that isn't a teaser. I don't know what is. All right. Well, thanks for your input here, and we will definitely get back with you for that second part.
Thank you.
You're welcome.